For those of you who don't know Futurama, here's a quick recap. It was an animated TV show made by Matt Groening, creator of Simpsons and Disenchantment. It follows the story of Philip J. Fry on the turn of the century when he falls into a cryogenic machine only to be opened 1,000 years later when all of his family is dead and the world has completely changed. So throughout the show, Fry and his love interest Leela have been getting closer and closer, culminating to the finale meanwhile. So the episode begins with Fry realizing that anything could happen to anyone after he thought Leela had died, so he decided to propose to her and asked her to meet him on top of the Vampire State Building at 6:30, and if she didn't come, you would understand that it's a no. Meanwhile, Professor Farnsworth invents a new device that can reverse time by 10 seconds to the past but also takes 10 seconds to recharge, so you couldn't go infinitely back in time. Fry decides to steal this so Leela and him could enjoy the sunset for longer. Then it cuts to Fry waiting for Leela at 7:02. Finally, he thinks that Leela doesn't want to marry him, so he makes the logical decision of jumping off the roof, only to find out Leela was walking towards the tower, and because he had been reversing time all day, it messed up his watch. But it was too late. He had already jumped, so when he reversed the time, he was still in mid-air. So he was stuck in an infinite loop. Professor Farnsworth notices it's missing and tells everyone to get into the shelter or else the anti-chronotons would vaporize them. They reach the Vampire State Building after Bender tells them about the theft. Fry accidentally lets go of the device and falls to his death, but Leela uses the device and reverses the time. The professor, who was outside the shelter, vaporizes. Then Bender saves Fry with his inflatable safety cushion, but the device gets broken and it freezes time for everyone and everything but Fry and Leela. They get married and continue living their lives happily until they were old, but everyone else was still stuck in time. Until Professor Farnsworth shows up and explains that he wasn't vaporized but lost in time trying to find them. He says that he can fix it, but there's a catch. It would reverse the time to the instant before he thought of the idea, and the life Leela and Fry had built would be erased. Fry and Leela look at each other, with Fry asking,
"Go around again?"
I do.
and Farnsworth presses the button and it releases a wave and the show cuts to white and the intro starts playing, making the entire show and the relationship an eternal loop. I think this was the perfect end to the show, which ended multiple times, but not only was it very sweet and heartwarming, but also the concept was very creative and unique, and the idea of the show and characters being in a loop is just amazing and self-contained. But nevertheless, I'm still really excited to see how they deal with the ending and continue the show, and I'll be sure to make a video on it when I do watch it. Here's the final scene of Futurama, and it's really wonderful.
I'll protect you. Hi-ya!
Professor? You're alive?
Yes, it's me. Boy, did somebody hit you two with an old and ugly stick.
I thought I killed you with the time button.
I thought so too at first, but it seems I was simply rotated into an orthogonal time that runs at right angles to this one. I've been tunneling for decades, searching every instant from yesterday to tomorrow.
We've been right now the whole time.
I wasn't looking for you, I was looking for the time button. Oh!
I landed on it and time froze. I tried to fix it once, but then I got mad and hit it some more. I guess it's good we didn't have children.
Oh, give me that, you senile old idiot. Oh, let me see. That goes there. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, and fixed.
What? I could have fixed it that easily?
You? Okay, I've modded the device to release a single huge anti-chronoton blast. It should rip us out of stasis back to the instant before I conceived of the time button.
You mean we'll all get to live our lives over again?
Oh my, yes. Even that nasty robot, what's his name? Of course, we won't remember anything that's happened.
What do you say? Want to go around again?
I do.
Or so it would have been, but it's officially getting a reboot which will air this year, in fact less than a month from now. The reboot seems promising, it has original creators and the voice actors, but reboots have a reputation of usually being garbage. Reboots can carry the legacy of the show but can also come off as a soulless cash grab, which the majority of them are. Futurama was a great show with many different great minds who came up with a unique concept for the show. It has many great episodes which pull on your heartstrings like Jurassic Park, the late Philip J. Fry, and my favorite episode, The Sting. And it has inspired many beloved shows like Rick and Morty. Futurama is one of a kind of a show with extremely lovable and fleshed out characters. If you somehow haven't given it a watch, give it a watch. It's very much worth it and extremely well made. Subscriber count 33. Now we're at the end of the video. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Thank you.